All right, who do we have here?
All right, we've got a top 8 finish in our top table gaming case tournament with Yummy Fiendsmith.
The Yummies?
We do got the Yummies.
Are they still good?
I think that one snatchy is definitely not enough, but if the ban list hits my Caesar, I may just have to sob.
All right, let's see the sauce.
All right, so first up we got the Yummy cards. We're playing 3 Cupsy, 3 Marshmallow, 3 Lollipo, and 3 Cookie.
This man has a degree.
I did. In philosophy, though, it doesn't even count. So I know that a lot of people are cutting down on these names, but I just think having all 12 of them is so valuable. And then we've got the Mignon, the Acarike, and 1 Surprise. I think that this is pretty much mandatory at this point with being able to shuffle back. People are getting back on Bisteals. People are eating with your snatchies. I think you have to be on both field spells.
Okay. Do you ever side out of like the extra field spell or the extra yummy names?
Going second, definitely I was boarding out of a Croaky. And then I was pretty much always going out of 1-1. If I was in one of my like huge hand trap matchups, I would go 2-2 out. But helping with boarding is also the other reason to play. Like I know some people are trying like Piri Rise map, but not only not losing to Droll, but also being able to side them out is really helpful.
No, I got you.
Yep. So the next we've got the Fiendsmiths. We got Triple Engraver. We've got the Lurie, and we've got the Lacrima. And then I just went 1-tracked. I know some of the lists are going up to 2. And I was playing Sanct for a long time. Huge Sanct fan. Love Fiendsmith Sanct.
You cut Sanct?
I had to cut Sanct. It's fun in the grind game, but man, does this field spell just feel so good to have 20,000 attack point Yummy monsters.
Oh, that's real. That's super real.
Then we got the one of drones as well, playing the Camellia / Kagari in the extra deck. So just being able to normal hand traps, which we're about to show, we're on a ton of in this list. After you get interrupted with Fiendsmith, to just go into the Camellia and just play Yummy anyway just feels broken. But the only reason that feels broken is because all of this non-engine feels pretty broken right now. We're on a triple Fua, triple Ash, triple Veiler, 2 Drolls, and then we're on 2 Bells. The third one's in the board. Mm-hmm. And then we also are on the Purge and the Imperm. I mean, I'm a big Sword Soul guy. Sitting here looking at 15 plus non-engine always feels pretty good. We've also got room. We're playing 43 in main, but we've got room for a Talents and a Called By in there. Had to cut Cross Out. Cross Out Designator might be the worst card in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just saying that based on my personal experience with it, of course. And it had to go.
Dude, I always draw it with my brick while siding.
But 100%. Perulia was in way too many openers when Cross Out was in the list. I'll tell you that.
Now, okay, I gotta ask.
Sure.
Were there any of these hand traps that felt better than the other ones? Or did you ever want to cut down on these, or did this feel like the right amount?
So a couple of the board breaker cards felt better. I played 2 VSs today. So I ended up losing this card a lot. And I was actually siding out of Ashen Bell in that matchup too. But other than that, I mean, this card, Droll Knockbird, obviously feels insane all day. And then you'll see in the sideboard later, we basically have copies 3 and 4 of Droll Knockbird in the sideboard because it just was insane all day. Every time it resolved, it just won the game.
No, hell yeah.
All right, and then moving on to the extra deck here. Like I said, 43 in main there. Before I've got we've got for the Yummy names, we've got the 1 Snatchy, 1 Lolly, 1 Cupsy, 1 Cookie, and then I'm on Link Karibo and Link Spider for the extra Link ones. This was almost an all Mirage. I did actually have a couple board states where I would have liked to have been able to normal summon a Fua or a Bell. But other than that, I mean, this card covers the Veilers and the Drolls anyway, so the Link 1 package felt pretty good. And Link Spider did come up a couple times in terms of getting nibbed, so. And I didn't feel comfortable cutting it.
No, that card's so broken. Like, I'd agree to keep it in.
Yeah, I think that is, if you're going to play an extra Link 1, it's definitely the wave. Then we've got, for the Fiendsmith package, we've got the Requiem, Sequence, 1 Lacrima, 1 Desiree, and then the Caesar. You end up doing a lot of Lacrima lines in this deck, in terms of, because like getting the Lurian rotation is so good, and so you want to add the Engraver back if you end up doing a line with this fun card, Mr. Reaperdocus, which obviously turns all of our yummy monsters into light fiends. He can go. If they let me keep my Caesar, Reaperdocus can go. I think that some of the Armades lines and stuff feel really bad in this deck, so whoever innovated on this, shout out to you. I actually ended up driving 2 states over to get this card before a tournament a couple months ago, because I couldn't find it. So shout out to that guy for making my life miserable for a couple of days. And then we've got 3 spots left here, so we're obviously on the Striker package. I wasn't on it for a long time. I was just playing extra Fiendsmith stuff, like a Necroquip. But these cards just come up so often, and if you don't purge, then they win the game on their own at times. And then for the last one that is like kind of a flex spot, you got the SP. I thought about playing like a Bawaku for an end board piece, thought about playing Agnum Day to make some Desiree lines better, but both of those with your Snatchy lock, and it just really hurts, and it unfortunately does come up. There aren't many lines that you can go through where you don't want to activate Snatchy to get the Mignon into rotation, so playing anything above a Link 3 in the extra deck just felt wrong.
Did you ever feel any other cards come up? Like, I know you're talking about Agman Day and Almirage. Were there anything else that you thought about like throwing into for deflect spot, or
Almirage is the big one. I mean, I think that these 2 cards are definitely the most cuttable in the list, and Almirage maybe would be one of them. I just think that if you're resolving your Fiendsmith stuff, you're always going to end up having enough bodies to make the SP. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, SP is obviously just a broken card going second.
Oh, yeah.
Against every deck, especially this one, though, where you're making extra Link Karibos and extra Lacrimas that you can just link off. It just feels broken every time that SP hits the board. And then we've got just the side deck left for us today. We've got 5 going first cards. These 3, we got the fun trap cards. Solemn Judgment, Anti-Spell, Assist Yummy. These were always going in for Fua, pretty much in any matchup going first. And then, as I alluded to, we've got the 2 Mistaken Arrest in there. I unfortunately didn't draw this card today, but in all of the testing I did, it just destroys Striker, it destroys Mitsu, it destroys... I mean, there aren't a lot of decks in the format that can play through it just generally. I mean, it obviously kills this deck too, so...
Oh, were you citing this card into Draco Tail? I know a lot of people who play this card think it's pretty good into Draco Tail. I just wanted to double check what you were thinking with.
So I actually ended up dodging Draco Tail all day, which obviously, shout out to me. The 3rd bell on the side was for Draco Tail if that situation ever came up, but it didn't. I wouldn't have been playing the Mistaken Arrest. I think even with the branded stuff, they can just set up so much even under it that I think I would rather just have extra combo pieces to make sure I play.
Okay.
But I could see an argument for it, but I wasn't in any of my testing.
Hell yeah.
And then to go with the bell, I've also got 2 Perulias in the side. This card was in the main for a really long time, but I just kind of wanted to stop bricking on it. But against VS, against Radiant Typhoon, the card's just insane. Even against Yummy, there are hands where this card just draws you 4 or 5 cards and just also functionally wins the game.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so those are obviously for going second, but we've also got triple Droplet, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and 2 Lightning Storms. And then the last little fun tech card is a Santa Claus. Shout out to Team NEOH up here. Unfortunately, there are just way too many Luna Light players up here for me to feel comfortable not sleeving this card up. Fiendsmith Tract, Search It, always feels super broken in that matchup, but I'm just gonna keep sleeving it up. I need to get the calendar one.
That's crazy, dude.
But yeah, I mean, these were pretty much just for general going second cards. I mean, obviously pretty good into Draco Tail, Forbidden Droplet good into pretty much every deck in the format right now, except maybe Draco Tail, but dodging Flame in that matchup feels great. So I think that the sideboard was pretty effective today. I think this could have been something else technically. Maybe there's a world where I cross out because every game that I lost, I was losing to Fua. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't want to keep that Fua in my main deck. It's got to go.
No, I feel you. Playing a brick for a 1-0 does not feel great.
No, it's awful for one. And then a couple times I did droll myself today too, which kind of also functions as an extra Fua out. So we were playing as many as we could, but cross out designator, never again. Never again.
No. Well,
No.
Well, any shout outs, man?
Obviously, shout out to my man behind the camera, Gavin. Helped me play test this deck a lot. Helped me get a bunch of the ratios down. Quick shout out to Kyle Jones, who functionally bullied me at a locals to start playing the Camellia package and called my Necroquip Princess terrible. So, and if he ends up commenting on this video and he says the otherwise, don't listen.
Well, no, congratulations on the top, man. You deserved
Of course,
it.
thank you.
Shout out to your polls, and no, thanks to everyone for watching.
Of course, thank you.